Show.
What's going on, guys? Hey, it's battle tested. What doesn't break you builds your brand. Thank you for being here. It's 5 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 5 o'clock, somewhere in the world, but it is definitely here right now where I'm at. So it's man, we got an exciting show for you today, and I'm crazy excited about what we're gonna be talking about. Like, we're really gonna be talking about, would you choose this life again? Would you choose this life again? That's an interesting topic, and I wanna really just share something with you real fast, and something about Steve Jobs, what he shared with you. And um, if today was your last day of, if today was the last day of my life, would I want to do it? What would I want to do with it? All right. If today was the last day, what would I want to do with it? So I'm gonna show you a quick video that really allows you to know that. Okay.
Closest I've been to facing death, and I hope it's the closest I get for a few more decades. Having lived through it, I can now say this to you with a bit more certainty than when death was a useful but purely intellectual concept. No one wants to die. Even people who want to go to heaven don't want to die to get there. And yet, death is the destination we all share. No one has ever escaped it. And that is as it should be, because death is very likely the single best invention of life. It's life's change agent. It clears out the old to make way for the new. Right now, the new is you. But someday, not too long from now, you will gradually become the old and be cleared away. Sorry to be so dramatic, but it's quite true. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the results of other people's thinking. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice. And most important, have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. They somehow already know what you truly want to become. Everything else is secondary.
Wow. Wow. That was so powerful, wasn't it? Right? Like, it was so powerful. And like, I wanted to start somewhere where it's uncomfortable. Like, I wanted to get you really uncomfortable in a thought. So take everything. I want you to take for a moment. If you're driving, keep your hands on the wheel. Definitely safety first. You know, one thing we used to say in the military: safety chamber magazine, safety chamber, safety chamber magazine, chamber safety. All right, cool. So you definitely want to be able to take that to your life, right? Safety first. Take everything off the table for a second. Your bills, your obligations, your life. Like, the things that you think about, the aspects of your life that you really be honing your mind on. But really take a thought on that question. Would you choose this life again? The life you built versus the life you actually want? Because a lot of the times we, as people, we look at the life that we built and be like, man, what did I get myself into sometimes? See, oftentimes we only know, I heard this thing right here. You don't know what you don't know. I think I mentioned that so many times before. Right. Think about that. Take everything off your table for a second. Take everything off the table and just have it be present right now, what I'm sharing with you. Because Steve Jobs, he shared something that was profound. Death is one of the greatest things ever created. See, we're all going to leave here one day. If you're thinking about it, you're already not living anymore. If you're thinking about it, it's going to happen. You can't change it. You cannot change it. You know, you can't change what your kid's going to say. You can't change what your ex is going to say. You can't change what other people, you can't change people's mind. If somebody's mind is already made up, it's made up. Take it all off the table and really just be present. And so what's your life? If you could really start this thing over, if you could choose this life again, what would it look like? You get the chance to build it. You can start today by building it today. Like, are you grateful for where you are right now? Are you present to where you are right now? Because we think about so many things that are happening to us instead of everything that's happening for us in life. Like, man, oh, this is not going my way. That is not going my way. The kids are not listening. I'm getting calls from the school, and it's been the first 2 weeks of school. So many different things. So did you choose your life that you're actually living in? You got thrown in it. And that's the thing, is about battle tested. See, battle tested. What doesn't break you builds your brand. Battle tested. What doesn't break you builds your brand. See, you have that ability. You look at a mirror of your life. Like, you looked at a mirror of your life and you walk down every category that you've built in your life so far. If you really take a thought on it, like, what would your life look like if you got a chance to create? And you ain't created from survival, right? You see the Browns jersey. I'm not a Browns fan, but I was like, let me rock my jersey. But you see it, right? I'm gonna rub on it a little bit, a little throwback. But you really your life has been created by survival, and you just kept on moving, step on stepping, kept on stepping in life. Would you choose it again? Knowing what you already know now, like the career, the relationship, the city, the schedule, your friend group, the people, like, would you choose it with the money? Like, what you make for money or you don't make for money? Some people are out there in the world that's listening to me right now. And it's like, hey, but what am I going to do tomorrow? How my light's going to stay on? The life you build is constantly constructed. But I'm going to ask you a question, though. When was the last time you actually chose something versus continued something? When the last time you chose something, man? When I really, I think back to, I think back to, we just hit a year, right? We just hit a year on this podcast. And this ain't the last time I chose something, but it's really present for me. And when I think about it, like, I chose to be here. I didn't just continue something, but this is something I chose because it came down from the gut of life. I chose to be here, and I choose every single day to be here. Battle tested. What doesn't break you builds your brand. Think about that in the tagline of that. Battle tested. How many people in the world have been battle tested? What did you do with it? Like, think about yourself. You can ask yourself, have I been battle tested before? Like, have I been battle tested before? And most likely the answer is yes. You have been battle tested. What are you going to do about it? You're going to do about it. What doesn't break you builds your brand. What doesn't break you builds your brand. What's going on, Walter? Yeah, for sure. Definitely was a great speech. It does make you think about it a lot. It does. And that's the reason why we presence you to it. Like, it really takes you to that thought on where your life is, your identity. Like, you didn't create your identity. Like, something happened to you. One thing I learned in Landmark, Something happened to you when you didn't even know. You probably was young, a young jit, or a young kid, and something happened and you didn't know. It created your identity, your structure, like who you didn't get to. You think about that for a second. You never got to choose your parents. You never got to choose where you stay at. You never got to choose where you were going to be, the environment. You never got to choose what your any of that, any of that. What school you was going to go to. Now you got never, and they say at 18 is when you become an adult, right? But you never got to choose any of that. You never got to choose where you were going to grow up at. Like, think about that. You never got to choose any of the things that created your identity, and you just living from survival moment to survival moment to survival moment, but never getting a choice. That's your freedom of choice. So now, today, you get to choose, because the question is a mirror of your life, because it's your life. It's your life. Would you choose this life again? Like, for me, man, I am so thankful. Like, I've I've gone through a journey. I've gone through a journey of life, and I just want you to look at it and just have a clear and cut, concise answer for yourself, and then decide to. You can decide a decision. The moment of decisions when your destiny is shaped. If you make that decision today, you get to choose. And guys, I want you to call in. I want you to call in to 678 Yeah. 678 310 8864. 678 310 8864. Hey, Neo, you ready to come back up here, man?
Yes, sir. Can you hear
What's
me?
up, man? Yeah, yeah. You see, I was just going in. I was just going in, man.
Yeah.
Hey, so what you think about that question, though, Neo? Like, I wanted to bring my boy Neo back up here, and we're gonna create this thing. What would you choose this life again? Would you choose this life again, the life you built versus the life you actually want?
Obviously that question is one of those you got to go down your memory lane. It was a buddy of mine who he said specifically for me, he was like, for you to be sitting here right now in Quantum Park, Virginia, where the government is making decisions on billions of dollars and transactions from where you grew up, ain't no easy fate, right? Just talk about my experience. I did some work with the Department of State in Zimbabwe. While
Mm,
I'm in the air flying to Zimbabwe, I get an email about a military coup happening on ground. The moment I land in Zimbabwe, is military, guns drawn, get everybody off the plane. You can fly into this country, but you can't fly out until this military coup is done, right? So I have a lot of experiences in this lifetime that I would not uh I wouldn't I wouldn't give it away. I wouldn't even want another life, because the
mm,
things that I've experienced in this lifetime, I'm writing a book about it, just to have some continuity to hand down to my heirs, as well as keep in mind the experiences we have in this lifetime is purely to learn and to elevate ourselves spiritually as well. Whether you move on to the next lifetime and you keep a little bit of this and you have to learn another lesson or whatever else it may be. But, to answer your question, for me, it's always been about being fully present. The best attitude is gratitude.
yep,
Um, and
yep,
I never look at someone else's life and say, I wish I
mm-hmm,
had that, because
yep.
there's always someone better having something that you may want, and there's always somebody that's less well off than you are that want what you got. So, being grateful for where I am and who I am and what I am.
You know what? I love what you just shared there. Like, and it presents me to like the like what you just said is you're one decision from the top and you're one
Mm-hmm.
decision from the bottom.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
one. You think about it, just as simple as that. You're one decision from the top. You're one
Mm-hmm.
decision from the bottom.
Yeah.
You get to
Yeah.
choose what that looks like.
Big time. Big
Mm.
time.
So, man, boy, man, this
Hey,
is it's an
listen.
interesting topic, man. Like, would
It's
you
mental
want?
health at its core. You know what I mean? It's mental health
Yeah.
at its core. These are like therapy group sessions.
Mm-hmm.
Process group
Yeah.
thinking sessions.
Yeah, and like I think about like that's why I love my life, right? Like I've gone through so many different things, and you have to, being nearly blown up in Iraq, right? Like
Mhm.
that's wild. And being here right now, and thinking about just a little bit to the left or the right, we're not having this conversation,
Not at all. Not at
right?
all.
Right.
Right.
So a little bit to the left or the right, a little bit from that bomb in Afghanistan. This ain't
Hmm.
happening. So that's what Steve. The death is the greatest thing created because it's gonna happen.
Yes, it's the final frontier. It's
It's
this. It's
gonna happen.
the ultimate final frontier. Even though some, if depending on whatever you read or believe, whatever, the human body was initially designed to be immortal.
Mm,
That's part of the reason why my theory is Henrietta Lack, when they found those cells, the HeLa cells, and it was like, yo, these cells are immortal, and they continue to replicate her cells to make other vaccines and all this other stuff. She's not the only one, right? Um, it's just some as a DNA strain, some things that had to happen. But for our human body, we are truly beings of light, you know.
mm-hmm.
Um, so mental health, I actually got an ad queued up for us if we want to jump to it. How to
Yeah.
actually
Hey.
talk to a
Yeah.
friend, how to talk to a friend, how to actually have those conversations. That's kind of hard to, you know, to start. How to help a friend that has mental health issues or going through trauma.
Hold on 1 second before you like that's the thing about it. Like we like when you leave this world, right? When you leave this world, leave it better than you found it.
Right.
Leave it better than you found it. And that's when you have that type of mentality. And that's when like going in it. So like that's spot on, man. Like go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. You ready to cue it up?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right.
How to start that conversation with your friend about their mental health. First, make sure you aren't too far away. Closer, closer. Whoa, too close. Now ask something open-ended like, you all good?
Are you all good?
Or is everything okay?
Is everything okay?
Well done, awkward teenage actor.
Actually, no. Thanks for asking.
Find out how you can help a friend with their mental health at seizetheawkward.org.
Yeah. So funny right there. But it really like asking, like me and you, right? Like, hey bro, like the one of the things is like we oftentimes we call each other, and because we done dealt with some things. It's like life in the general. Like, right? And our closest friends, like you having to go fly back to Detroit a few times.
Mm-hmm.
And when my wife passed away, hey bro, you all right? Like, and
Mm-hmm.
boom, and it's that person you need to lean on. Like, who do you need to lean on? Like, don't be, oh, I'm so sad. And, think about doing something to yourself. When you
Right.
got all these people thinking you're in a box when you're not.
Right. Yeah.
Like, you don't have to leave here faster than you were destined to leave, rather. Right. And that's the thing about it. It's like, Like we don't make life an emergency before you attempt to. Like, don't
Right.
make life like really. Like, you got therapy, you got people, you got friends, and man, this is a powerful topic right here. So, guys, 678-310-8864. 678-310-8864. Call in, call in, call in, call in, call in, call in. Hey, the phone is sitting right here. So go ahead and call in. Let's have this conversation. Like, we
Call in.
waiting, we waiting. Call in, call in. No, we just
Next
gonna
one.
keep on. Like, hey, what if so for you, man, like some of the things you've had to battle and your life and your space and like what are some of the things you've had to create and you had to overcome in life?
Overcome. Well, honestly, man, I've learned that I can't expect everyone to be like me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Coming from the military and entering the civilian world, I'm used to a certain structure, a certain discipline, a certain amount of enthusiasm, attitude. Once you get in the civilian world, you can't expect everyone to have that same level of intensity or that same level of discipline as I or as you, right? So I had to overcome my expectations of
Yeah,
the
yeah.
world. You know what I mean? I've had expectations like, hey, let's do this, let's move, but people don't move that fast, right? There's individuals that have their own pace, their own speed, their own characteristics, personality that I had to adjust. I have an overbearing attitude and energy when I'm around someone that if you tell me or have a good conversation with me, don't tell me your ideas because I'm going to take your idea and just make it bigger. And then I'm going to be on you to make sure you get your idea off the ground. Like, have you done it yet? I'm going to be your biggest supporter. And people aren't ready for that. They're like, man, it was just a thought. No, if you have that thought, act on that thought, type of thing, But I've overcame those expectations that I put on the world to have a mirror reflection of myself. So I am the change I desire to see, but I don't expect no one to be like me.
Yeah.
But now let me ask you, because over the last year or so, you've made tremendous progress in Landmark and being a leader in that space, helping individuals identify their blind spots, right? So when you have a topic like today, in your cohorts that you're leading, what do you notice that are people's, I guess, limiting beliefs?
Um, people dealing with fear, like fear of self. Like a lot of people are dealing with stuff that they didn't even see. Like those blind spots are so like they so right in your face, but you can't. You got glasses on, like similar to if I was wearing these glasses right here. Like really, like it's like that. Like you're walking around life. Many people are walking around life. That's such a great question because so many people are walking around life looking just like this with glasses on. Can't see nothing. If I was to flip the light off, you can't see anything, but you can see everything. Right? But that's the thing about it. And it's the same deal. Like the same thing I'm dealing with, it's the next person dealing with.
Right.
And it all goes back to that.
Right.
Survival.
Survival. That's a fact.
It goes back to survival.
Survival mode. Yep. Yep.
Like I tell you a story. Like I was at an introduction, man. I was at an introduction, and I was a room captain, so I'm in the background, and I'm really this guy. He had got invited. He showed up late or whatever. He got all the information, but he showed up late, and boom, he's like, he was in the car at first, and then he gets he gets home. He said I would be at home in about 20 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, but he actually got home about 40 minutes, right? And he's like, no, I'm in a passenger seat. I'm not driving. Okay, got it. So we going on with the exercise. We really deep in the exercise. I'm not leading the exercise. I'm not leading the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
But this guy, like somebody else is leading the conversation, and somebody was talking, like he's attempting to I'm like, hey, come on. I ain't gonna say his name. I'm gonna say Will. All right, I'm gonna say Will. So Will, come on, let's do it. Don't worry about it. Whatever. He's like, don't whatever me. No, Brandon. Like just right here. No, whatever. What? No, don't do that. Don't do that. I'm like, like what the?
Dang.
Yeah, like he was like right. I'm like, no. I'm not. And I'm keeping it professional. I'm like, I can see this. Now, if it was the other guy, right, the other version of me, it'd be a different story. But we're gonna keep it professional, right?
Wow.
But he like what? And I'm like, no, I wasn't saying whatever to you. He got triggered by somebody. Right. He wasn't paying attention. And he got triggered by something in life. He was yeah. But he got
I got you, bro.
Yeah. Okay. But he got triggered by something. I said, I said, whatever. Let's not worry about that no more. That's the past.
Mm-hmm.
Let's focus on now. I will work on this exercise with you. Right? He's like, and I'm like, yeah, we don't say you need landmark. Well, bro, you need that motherfucker.
Hey, man. Hey, listen, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. Listen, we gotta allow people to have their time to grow. Yeah, you know what I mean? True. Everybody gotta have that time of evolving. Just like you can't accelerate the metamorphosis process of a caterpillar. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like
you're right.
Yep. To go through the full journey.
Gotta go through the full journey.
Yeah, man. But I gotta.
You mess it. Yeah, go ahead. All right, cool. But yeah, that really right there is resonating there. So
we know that over 5 million men trust Blue Chew. What makes you wonder how many wingmen stayed behind, how many bar tabs walked, or rides rerouted, or how many U-ups, buzz-me-ins, and group chats silenced, how many pitchers emptied, waffles ironed, and hoodies stolen, how many dogs exiled, rooms banged, and calves cramped. Wait, how many fitted sheets unfitted? We'll never get the exact numbers, but we do know what counts. Blue Chew.
Yeah.
We'll run this one as well.
On the Prime Networks, the drive time dial, the shows that they stream mile after mile. Here's the deal, 60 days free. We create every asset your marketing needs. The ads, the videos, images too. Reputation management handled for you. We run the whole campaign, done for you complete. Performance reporting, analytics, the ad spent tuned to a beat. All that we ask is $100 a day, $100 minimum net budget, 60 days on the way. So book the call, the revenue growth strategy call. You become the name that they call, the first that they think of at all. Hear the telephone ring, see the cases roll in your firm. On every screen, they're on everywhere they look. There you are, the first call they make when they need a lawyer. You're on every screen, on every wave, the name that they trust. Quick that video, we put your firm on every screen.
I love that.
All right, that's quickadvideo.com. Quickadvideo.com. I love the commercial. It's a dope commercial, bro. Like that's a dope commercial.
Yeah, man. But wait, I don't even see yours, man. I put an ad together for you. You ain't even running it.
Oh. I ain't even queue it up.
Listen, post it on your IG right now. Just take 2 seconds, post it, and then I'll cue it in the background, bro.
All right, cool. Man, running like crazy.
Right, and while we doing that, let's talk about regret, or the minimalization framework of regret. Similar to what you brought in today about today's topics about, would you live this life again? Is this the life that you really want? Right? And it's one of those things where Jeff Bezos talked about it briefly in an interview where he's explaining his idea before Amazon became the monolithic company. You know, it just started with selling books, used books online.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I will be making $50,000 a month by the end of this.
Post it. Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
We went a 2-hour walk in Central Park in New York City. And the conclusion of that was this, he said, you know, this actually sounds like a really good idea to me, but it sounds like it would be a better idea for somebody who didn't already have a good job. And he convinced me to think about it for 48 hours before making a final decision. And so I went away and was trying to find the right framework in which to make that kind of big decision. And, you know, I'd already talked to my wife about this, and she was very supportive and said, look, you know, you can count me in 100%, whatever you want to do. You know, it's true. She had married this kind of, you know, fairly stable guy and a stable career path. And now he wanted to go do this crazy thing, but she was 100% supportive. So it really was a decision that I had to make for myself. And the framework I found, which made the decision incredibly easy, was what I called, which only a nerd would call, a regret minimization framework. So I wanted to project myself forward to age 80 and say, okay, now I'm looking back on my life. I want to have minimized the number of regrets I have. And, you know, I knew that when I was 80, I was not going to regret having tried this. I was not going to regret having wanted, you know, trying to participate in this thing called the internet that I thought was going to be a really big deal. I knew that if I failed, I wouldn't regret that. But I knew the one thing I might regret is not ever having tried. And I knew that that would haunt me every day. And so when I thought about it that way, it was an incredibly easy decision. And I think that's a very good, it's if you can project yourself out to age 80 and sort of think, what will I think at that time? It gets you away from some of the daily pieces of confusion. You know, I left this Wall Street firm in the middle of the year. When you do that, you walk away from your annual bonus. And that's the kind of thing that in the short term can confuse you. But if you think about the long term, then you can really make good life decisions that you won't regret later.
Yeah, that's spot on, because that's where the version of you that got you here. Like, you know, you got to take sometimes the version, like he had a job, right? Like he had a job, an amazing job. He had a job and was paying him. Where he went to his wife and said, "Hey, I want to pivot, right? I want to go to the next level, and I got something like and think about that right there, and that's." Man. And he said, okay. And she gave him the okay. I'm with you 100%. Like, I was about to say, but no, I'll say it. Like, go to your wife. If you got support, boom. Even if you don't have support, go do it anyway. Like, you're going to figure it out. Like, we are so limited in life sometimes. See, what happens when the identity that protects you becomes the identity that limits you? And that's what he's pointing to. Like, the identity that protected him and got him the family and the person that he becomes the identity that limits him. So he's like, no, regret. Okay, cool. 80 years old. You think about 80 years old, you know, you got some life left in there. You got about 20. Some people got 30. I mean, like, some people got another 5. Some people got a 10. Somebody got 20. But really think about that. So, like, really dive in and have a thought on that. Like, if you don't make that change in your life, it's going to keep on doing the same thing repeatedly and expecting a different result, which is called insanity, by the way. What do you think about that, Neo?
Yeah, that regret minimalization framework is key. It's part of the reason why I literally quit my job last year around this time actually. I had an epiphany. I was not happy. I asked myself the mirror test question, like Steve Jobs. Am I happy doing what I'm doing today, and would I like to do it tomorrow? And the answer was no for about a month. And then I started noticing all my chin hair going gray. I was like, I'm stressed. I'm stressed. And then I'll wake up in the morning dreading logging in, going into work. I'm like, oh no. So it was a gut decision to just put in my 2-week notice and truly just go out on faith and really do what I enjoy doing, So the regret framework is a long-term view on today, right? If you're making a decision now, would you regret either not taking the decision or making this decision in the future? That's the framework that I believe is really key. I actually queued up another page for you. It's called Regrets of Dying. Here you go, right there. You see that, Brandon?
No, I can't really see that.
You can't really see it.
I probably nah.
It basically is the top 5 regrets of dying. This is a book that was basically a bestseller during that time. It's a memoir, but the way the book reads is there's 5 questions that she asked herself on a deathbed, right? And these are the top 5 regrets of the dying. The first is, I wish I'd had courage to live a life true to myself, not the life others expected of me. I wish I hadn't worked so hard. I wish I'd had the courage to express my feelings. I wish I had stayed in touch with my friends. And the last one, I wish I had let myself be happier, which is that's a deeper one. The last but not least, happy, the pursuit of happiness.
Pursuit of happiness, man. I watched that movie so many times. Like,
right.
Yeah, and like now, like, and I love what she pointed to right there. Like, call in 678-310-8864. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I want to hear from somebody. Like, come on, guys. Let's call in. Steve, let's call in. Like, you can, and to think about it, you can honor who you were without remaining who you were.
Right.
Like, you can go to the next level without staying this person right here to go. Like, let me ask you a question, Neo.
Yeah.
I was listening to something on I was on Wednesday. I was finishing up a seminar, and like one of the top leaders in Landmark, they're putting a program together, and it says like, you are your life. So you're your actor. Damn. So the actor you are. Like, so you basically go through a 5-day program, and you have this thing about, like, they show you how to, like, you're living your life in a role. They show you how to live in a different role. You got to train somebody else to act just like you. Like, like right now, you've been living your whole entire life in a role. You've been living your entire life. Only thing you know is your life. Right. You've been living in a role.
Yeah.
And they bring in 3 to 5 actors. I mean, like, directors that are special award winning, that are specialty in that, and they teach you how to actually train somebody else to be you, and you see that person as you.
Yeah, that's an amazing. You talking about that? That's an amazing experience. You talking about the movie, how they did it?
No. This is something that Landmark is putting on. Or whatever.
Oh, Landmark putting together. Okay, yeah, that's phenomenal. That goes back to a conversation we had about designing your life.
Right.
Designing your life. This goes back to, I actually got it queued up for us. It's a worksheet just to give people, actionable steps on how they can honestly design their life and just giving them some very actionable instructions, right? You can visualize this by drawing, all right, 3 unique alternative paths for your life in the next 5 years, right? Think of the milestones and accomplishments you like to experience. The goal is to make each odyssey wildly different. All right. So here are the 3 prompts that can help you get started. All right. Now make sure you create a separate odyssey for each. All right. So life path 1, tell your life story today, right? The story you tell today, the trajectory you're already on now. What will happen if you continue down this path? That's your first alternative path right there. That's your odyssey, life path 1. Moving on to life path 2, an alternative path. What if what you do in life number 1 is no longer an option? What will you do if you could no longer live the life you are living today? So now you have to create a life path odyssey for life number 2. And now moving on to life number 3, this is the wild card, right? You have all the money you need. So what kind of life would you like to have? Once you visualize your futures, use the gauges of confidence and your feeling and all those questions that you're going to ask to talk about how you feel about each, and give those odysseys a title to sum it up. And then you have give yourself some few key points, goes all the way back to the journey of being, right? And most times, choose the easiest action towards the experience that you're most excited about. That is goes back to the regret minimalization framework, is being able to design your life.
If I didn't start my very successful business, what would I
would be a
pimp. He said missed out on a lot.
Hey, Walter, listen.
Hey, never too late.
Hey, pimping ain't easy. All right. Pimping ain't easy. I can tell you that right now. But congratulations on your successful business, Walter.
Absolutely, Walter.
Definitely.
Yeah. Like you mentioned about the journey of being, right? And so like the journey of being, like that, and definitely, I call it that, the journey of being, right? The identity we saved, identity that saved you, built the person. Less information that you have right now, you're allowed to update it. Like right now, you're allowed to update. You have the ability to, like Walter just spoke it out. His successful building, he said he'll be a pimp though, but he just said pimping ain't easy, right? But but he said he'll be a pimp. But the life you created, like he went through it. Like Walter probably went through his business. He's like, man, this is the only way I see it. Oh, this is what I'm going to do. From his environment, he said, I'm going to go out and jump and build a new identity. I'm going to go do what I want to do. I'm going to have this that I want to have. I'm going to be who I want to be in life. Like you built the identity. You played the role. You play the role every single day. Like you built the identity. You played the role. You didn't get a chance or a choice in that, but you get a choice today and moving forward what that looks like.
Right.
So, about to run this ad real fast.
Real quick. All right. Let me know when it's queued up. Are we ready?
This is the journey of being. Transformation, setting me free from acceptance into mastery. I'm coming home to the truest me. So open the cover, take the vow. Start your journey now.
Boy,
appreciate that one. That one,
cool vibe right there, boy.
It's a cool little vibe, right? Like it's the journey of being, and that's when you really like. You're like, man, like where am I at right now? If you had a space in your life, all right, go get the journey of being. Like I was talking to the guy, I was coaching the guy yesterday, I said, man, bro, he's telling me all his life or whatever. I was like, bro, you deserve the journey of being. You
Right.
deserve it. You deserve
Right.
it. Right. So tell me, let me ask you a question, Neo. Like you did a video a while back. What was your experience of going through the journey of being? Like you haven't dealt with what you've dealt with, and like not being biased and any of that. But like, what was your experience of having war and just survival and all that stuff? Like going through the journey
Right.
of being.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, the journey of being, it was like a visualization treatment, right? Where I was talking to myself in my subconscious mind, asking myself questions, writing down my emotions, my feelings, and the visualization treatment is where the healing began in my mind. Right. The journey is obviously the experience, something that we got to live day by day, right? But the inner work is just as important as the cataesthetics, right? The journey of being allowed me to really tap into the inner subconscious mind, the visualization treatments, the mantras, the affirmations, and it kept me on a path for 50 days is roughly almost 2 months. If you're able to stay consistent, repeating affirmation, repeating a mantra, repeating, or just giving yourself a daily visualization treatment of the life that you desire, health, wealth, and happiness, it does something to the outer 3D, 4D realm that we exist in. So the journey of being was one of those. I would say it was like a gatekeeper that to as soon as you open a page and you begin, in the next 50 days, if consistent, your environment changes by default.
No, yeah. Right. See, that's the thing is about it. And oftentimes, so I wanted to get your experience on like what did you have in there? And hey, call in 678-310-8864. We ain't got too much time, so I need the phone to ring. Come on, guys. Let's get the phone ringing. It's ringing. Let's go. Hey, we back on it, man. Like, and that's the thing about it. Like when you identify some of the things that you have tapped into life or you haven't tapped into life, that's where that's where there's a blind spot lives in us all.
Right.
A blind spot lives in us all. A blind spot lives in us. Yeah. So a blind spot lives in us. Hey, DC, go ahead and queue up the next chair.
Is somebody else in here?
Huh? Nah.
You said queue up the next chair?
No, share.
What's the next? Okay. All right. I'll pull it up. Let me do this.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Like
service of mine before. Perhaps this will be new to you, but I'm just going to sit here and speak the word of healing, the word of blessing for you, for every one of the thousands of you here in Madison Square Garden. And the presence of God in you will touch you. As a matter of fact, so many have been healed here already, right in their seats. I know it. I'm just going to sit here and speak the word. And when I pause, I want you to say, thank you, Father. You're not speaking that to me, but you're speaking that to the presence of God in you. Can all of you say, thank you, Father? Say it again. Oh, I believe you're ready. And this prayer touches every child, every baby, every boy, every girl, every man, every woman, under the sound of my voice, and even those who are in your hearts that you want prayer for. This prayer is for those persons for whom you want prayer. And now I say to every one of you that the presence of the living God is moving in you right now. The presence of the living God is flowing through you from the crown of your head to the soles of your feet. And as you recognize the presence of God in you, you are being healed. You are being blessed. You are being delivered. Something wonderful is happening to you right now. Right now. Right now. Right now. Something wonderful is happening to you.
Man, that's so powerful right there, man. And it's that's a powerful, because the God in you have the ability to change. What's up, Amanda? His wife needs to go out there and straighten the tie, right?
The trolls, man. Hey, call in, Amanda.
Yeah, call in, Amanda. Hey, Amanda, what you got going on? 678-310-8864. Let's talk.
But
Let
at
me
least
ask you
we
a
know.
question.
At least we know they watching. We know they
Hey,
watching.
what's up, Amanda? Let me ask you a question. Like, what's the smallest version of you, like the smallest version of change and circumstances that you have? Like, what can we do with that? Like, guys, like, think about that. If the smallest piece of circumstances change, like you just shifted a little bit,
Just a little bit. No, we ain't gonna drag you. Oh, DC has tried to. Okay, Amanda's a regular listener then, huh? Okay.
Hey, drag it to the left a little bit. Like, what would life do? Like, you have that ability to move things. Like, right? Faith the size of a mustard seed, you can move mountains.
Faith of the size of a mustard seed, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Faith the size of a mustard seed, you can move mountains. And you have it within you. Guys, you have the ability to choose. Like, that's basically comes down to it.
Call in.
Yeah, call in 678-310-8864. 678-310-8864. Simple.
We want to hear from you.
Yeah.
We got 10 minutes. We also giving if need be, if you need help with your credit, we can walk you through some basic restoration. We're not credit repair gurus, but we can help you. If you got any issues with your personal life or finances, we're here to help.
AI, did you just see that video?
AI.
Did you just see that video that he queued up? The journey of being? Hey, I was rocking.
This the journey. Hey,
you think about it. You got to be in the smiles, man. Like me and Neo, we'd have been through some things in life, and we're smiling here. We're sharing with you, battle tested, and your past explains your life. It doesn't have to dictate it, though. It taught you how to get here today on this moment. This moment, they don't have to dictate where you're going. Like, it don't have to explain. You don't have to explain your history. You get to choose. You get to choose, right? Like, you get to choose what life looks like from this moment forward. You get to choose what life, like, you didn't get to choose before you got here. Would you choose this life again? Would you choose this life again? Like, ask yourself that. Would you choose this life again? And that goes back to the original question. Would you choose this life again? Me? Absolutely. Everything I've experienced. Because if I didn't experience, I wouldn't be here with you right now. Right. Having a conversation of battle tested. What doesn't break you builds your brain. I like to say to the person that is sitting there who's watched the whole episode, thank you. Like, I appreciate you for taking the time out of your day, for being here and riding in your car or being there. because it's all about the journey of being. It's all about the journey of being. It's not a book that I'm selling. It's about your life is a being. You're in existence is a being. The journey of being. 30-day guided journal to acceptance, transformation, and mastery. If you think about acceptance, transformation, and mastery, that's his ATM. What do you get out of ATM?
Money.
What do you get out of ATM? You know what I'm saying? Like ATM.
Money. Yeah, right. Value. That's
value.
for sure.
Right? Like you get value out of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure, man. I just want to be clear. Like, go ahead and cue that up, Z.
It's queued up, man. I
Yeah,
was just letting it sit. I'm, this your ad. You can run
This is the journey
damn to this book.
of being. Transformation, setting me free from acceptance into mastery. I'm coming home to the truest me. So open the cover, take the vow. Start your journey now.
Yeah, buddy.
The life you built got you here. Let me tell you right here. We're gonna cue this thing down, man. We're gonna cue this thing down. Like, Neo, how can they find you? How can they find you, Neo?
Instagram, quick ad video. TikTok, quick ad video. And if you on my personal is neo.heru on Instagram. Those are my main channels. And Neo Harvard is you can find me on LinkedIn.
Nice. See, the life that you've been and got you here, that's what it was. It doesn't have to be what carries you on for the rest of the day. It doesn't, unless you allow it to. You choose. You get to choose. Like, you don't have to choose. That's the thing is we get this word to have to and get to is those are two different words. See, you have no enrollment on have to. But you get to, that gives you gratitude. So think about that for a moment. I get to do this.
I get to experience life.
I get to experience life.
I get to, that's gratitude for the experience. I get a chance to experience heartbreak.
Because I've had a lot of heartbreak, but it led me to the next one. Led me to the next one.
Right.
Led me to the next one. And if I had said no, I'm done. I'm good. Right? I would have led to the next one.
Right.
I can choose again. Like Sunday nights happen. Sunday night's gonna always happen. Monday night's gonna always happen. Tuesday nights, Wednesday night, and it's gonna keep on cycling until you're no longer here.
Right.
Until the world ends. And the world is not ending today. But the podcast, Battle Tested, What Doesn't Break You, Build Your Brand. It's about to end. See, my name is Brandon Abbey, and you can find me on Mr. Diamond Inc. 2.0. Mr. Diamond Inc. 2.0 on IG and TikTok. This is Battle Tested. What doesn't break you builds your brand. And it's always, 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 always one day at a time, one moment at a time. You get to choose what your life looks like. So stop living in survival. Start thriving and living it. See you out there, man. Be easy. I'm signing out.